Ocho sampo pagyo trashipa tuche tempe trinle yarngoda Helge drolor zampe zeparche Pande alame shabla solvade Oma Guru Vajradhara Sumati Munisha Sanekar Utta Vardani Shri Bhadra Varsa Manya Sarva Siddhi Hum Om A Guru Vajradhara Sumati Munisha Sanekar Utta Vardani Shri Bhadra Varsa Manya Sarva Siddhi Hum Om Guru Vajradhara Sumati Munisha Sanek Utta Vardani Shri Bhadra Varsa Manya Sarva Siddhi Hum Om Guru Vajradhara Sumati Munisha Sanekar Utta Vardani Shri Bhadra Varsa Manya Sarva Siddhi Hum Om Guru Vajradhara Sumati Mun Utta Vardani Shri Bhadra Varsa Manya Sarva Siddhi Hum Om Guru Vajradhara Sumati Munisha Sanekar Utta Vardani Shri Bhadra Varsa Manya Sarva Siddhi Hum Om Guru Vajradhara Sumati Munisha Sanekar Utta Vardani Shri Bhadra Varsa Manya Sarva Siddhi Om Guru Vajradhara Sumati Munisha Sanekar Utta Vardani Shri Bhadra Varsa Manya Sarva Siddhi Om Guru Vajradhara Sumati Munisha Sanekar Utta Vardani Shri Bhadra Varsa Manya Sarva Siddhi Om Guru Vajradhara Sumati Munisha Sanekar Siddhi Om Guru Vajradhara Sumati Munisha Saneka Utta Vardani Shri Bhadra Varsa Om Guru Vajradhara Sumati Munisha Sanekar Utta Vardani Shri Bhadra Varsa Manya Sarva Siddhi Om Guru Vajradhara Sumati Munisha Sanekar Utta Vardani Shri Bhadra Varsa Manya Sarva Siddhi Om Guru Vajradhara Sumati Munisha Sanekar Utta Vardani Shri Bhadra Varsa Manya Sarva Siddhi Om Guru Vajradhara Sumati Munisha Sanekar Utta Vardani Shri Bhadra Varsa Manya Sarva Siddhi Om Guru Vajradhara Utta Vardani Shri Bhadra Varsa Utta Vardani Shri Bhadra Varsa Manya Sarva Siddhi Om Guru Vajradhara Sumati Munisha Sanekar Utta Vardani Shri Bhadra Varsa Manya Sarva Siddhi Ma Guru Vajradhara Sumati Utta Vardani Shri Bhadra Varsa Manya Sarva Siddhi Oma Guru Vajradhara Sumati Munishas Uta Vardhani Shri Bhadra Varsa Manya Sarva Siddhi Hum Pakyuke Kudandagi Alu Pakyuke Sundandagi Ma Pakyuke Tudandagi Yi Tenyerme Chiktu Chingi Alu Makyuke Kudandagi Lu Ma kyöke sundan dagi nga, ma kyöke tudan dagi yi, te yerme çiktu çingi alo. Samgate bodhisu hatayata gate gate paragate parasamgate bodhisu.
We sit with the back straight but not tense.
Le spalle rilassate.
With relaxed shoulders.
La testa leggermente.
Our head is slightly forward.
Con la bocca.
With the mouth relaxed, the tongue touching the palate, and our eyes are slightly closed, looking downwards.
permettiamo di essere presenti,
We allow ourselves to be present in the present moment. We bring the mind where the body is. We observe our own breath.
osserviamo il movimento del corpo,
We observe the movement of the body, of the abdomen, the chest.
osserviamo se abbiamo un respiro profondo,
We observe whether we have a deep or superficial breathing, regular or irregular.
osserviamo la sensazione alle narici,
We observe the sensation at the nostrils of the air coming in and of the air going out.
con gentilezza,
With gentleness, we bring our breath to an abdominal breathing. We breathe in deeply, swelling the belly slightly.
poi esili,
Then we breathe out deeply until the abdomen contracts slightly.
ad inspirare,
As we breathe in a continuous flow, after having filled the lower part of the abdomen, we continue breathing in until we also feel the upper part of the chest. And as we breathe out, we empty first the upper part of the chest, to then lastly also empty the abdomen and have a slight sensation of contraction of the abdomen. So breathe in. Breathe out. breathe in, we count to 4, and when we breathe out, we also count to 4.
Inspiriamo con 4.
We breathe in with 4, and breathe out with 6.
Inspiriamo con 4.
We breathe in with 4, breathe out with 8.
Inspiriamo con 4.
We breathe in with 4, hold with 4, breathe out with 8, and hold with 2. Breathe in 4, hold 4, breathe out 8, hold 2, breathe in.
Inspiro 4,
Breathe in 4, hold 6, breathe out 8, and hold 3. Breathe in 4, hold 6, breathe out 8, hold 3.
inspiro 4,
Breathe in 4, hold 8, breathe out 8, and hold 4. That was too long, and each one should stay with what is comfortable without ever forcing it too much. So ideally, breathe in 4, hold 8, breathe out 8, and hold 4.
Visualizziamo il nostro corpo
We visualize our body as a body of light that is luminous, transparent, and light, with a strong central channel and two side channels that are slightly weaker. I breathe in with 4, hold 8, breathe out 8, and hold 4.
manteniamo la consapevolezza.
We keep the awareness on the breath. Without counting, we breathe with 4 phases. Breathe in, hold, breathe out, hold, breathe in.
Manteniamo la consapevolezza sul respiro.
We keep the awareness on the breath,
Portiamo l'attenzione
and slowly we bring our attention from the inside out, keeping the contact with the inside.
piano piano, apriamo gli occhi.
Slowly we open our eyes, move our hands, and we keep the awareness on the breath.
Jetsun alame kutse rapten chi kar chinle chokchur gepadang losan tempe drume sasum ki drowe munsel tatu ne gyur chi kewa kuntu yanda lama dang dralme cheki pela longche ching sadan lamge yente rabzone dorje change kopa nyur tobe sho nimo dele tsendele nime kuyan delekshi ninsen takto delekpe kuncho sumki chingilo kuncho sumki ngodrubutsol kuncho sumki trashisho. Volevo, prima di concludere,
Before ending, I wanted to make a request and thank. So first of all, I wanted to thank each one of you that during these days we've been here together, and other than these days in general we are together, also in the sense that what makes two persons close is not that they are physically close or not, but that their hearts and minds go in the same direction. Sometimes we can be next to a person for a long time, like at work or a home, but unfortunately the heart and the mind go in different directions, so there is a huge distance. Sometimes we can be physically distant, but actually very close. So the direction that we give ourselves is important. So I ask you to remember what is the direction that you want to follow. These days also we recited the mantra that there is in the Heart Sutra. It's called the mantra of Parchi. There is the paramita, of the perfectioning, of going beyond. So to see what is the tayata, that is the starting point, without expecting oneself to go from the idea, the comprehension, and to realization, but to allow oneself the gradual path, always keeping the right direction. So I really thank each one of you to be here with an open heart and an attentive mind. Each one also putting himself or herself in play to do his or her part, because this is also the purpose of the center for which was created by Lama Ganchen, which is not to do something for Buddhism or something like that, but the goal is that inside of each person that will come here could receive a benefit. And the effective goal is that we can generate more love towards ourselves and more love towards the others, and to have a more coherent view of reality. And as Lama Ganchen Rinpoche was saying, that each one of us can gradually build, both on the individual and collective level, a culture of peace. And so I ask to each one to continue on the path that we shared, if you of course believe that it's right. And mostly this. And as Lama Ganchen was saying, see you sometimes, see you every moment. Also because, as we said before, when we are in the same direction, we are close.
Io vi faccio la richiesta.
And I request you to please continue if you have seen some benefit in these days from the part of the breath, which is not even a meditation, is a preliminary meditation. Then after that there are many different modes of meditation, as we have also explained someday, to put together the visualization with the breathing. But it's something that it's simple, that we can all do it, and that really brings many benefits just by itself. Then when one has that step that is stable, one can go beyond that. And so, as Atisha said, before starting a second thing, we should end the first one. So we create familiarity with the breathing, then we add the visualization slowly, but a bit, as it's said jokingly, but also saying the truth. To know how to meditate is beautiful, but it's pointless if you don't meditate. So I invite you to bring this home and to create some space in your daily life. That is maybe ideally in the morning or in the afternoon or at the evening. At a certain point to create some moment to then breathe with awareness for 15 minutes. So take advantage of the fact that we have created some familiarity these days to continue this, because then it becomes easier rather than stopping for 3 weeks and then to take it back. It becomes more difficult that way. So this was a request. A request if there is something that you believe that it's of benefit, that it's useful, try to put it in practice. Take the text of Atisha, read it a few times. Maybe keep there one verse that is the verse of that moment, or some guidelines for our life. Now we will say greet each other for. So traditionally, when a teaching starts, we make a request, and when the teaching ends, you used to make a thanksgiving. So I thank you. Also because the fact that you are here is also what gives me the opportunity to be able to do this, that I really like, and it's also very good for me. And also in particular, I thank the center, I thank all the people that work, that dedicate themselves here, without which we couldn't be here. The fact of spending a day and then having food, having clean place, there is a tremendous amount of work behind all of this. That really, for me, it's one of the living miracles, is the living center in all its aspects, which is not obvious at all. And many years ago I took this challenge of wanting to make it so that all the part of Dharma, the teachings, the retreats, were free. And it's something that we are keeping. And the main key is that, of course, the center has all its costs and everything that are not small. I don't want to get long into this, but the main key is to go from the weight of having to pay to the pleasure of being able to offer, which are two totally different dynamics. So what I invite you to do is something that one can do how one feels, but when we feel benefit for something, it's beautiful to be able to offer, not in the sense to have to say, I have received 10, I give 10. No, it's not that. The concept is, I see that this is of benefit, so I want to continue so that it can be of benefit also, that it can continue to be of benefit also to others. Because the fact that the center is there is what allows us to be able to continue. And so for this, I invite you to make a gift. And this is also a shift of our own dynamic. When Lama Ganchen arrived in Italy, they asked him, how much does it cost? The teachings? And he was like, it felt a bit strange, because in the Tibetan culture, to ask to a master how much does a teaching cost is really like an offense, like a really big offense, because it's like you're saying you're doing this for the money. The reality is that it doesn't cost. But in our culture, it's like, okay, if it doesn't cost, then I don't give anything. But actually, what happens, okay, all the years that I've received teachings, and there were a lot, I never had to pay for any one of them, but I never received anything without having made an offering at the end. But how much is right for an offering? Some people ask, what is not too much or too little for oneself? This is what is right. So in history, one of the most famous offerings, important offerings, is when these two kids saw Buddha, but they didn't have anything to give to him, and they took the sand, imagining that it was gold, and they put it in the container that Buddha was carrying, and this created a very positive karmic force, and then he was born as King Ashoka, like 3 centuries after that. And it was said that one of the karmic forces was that offering that had a strong influence for him. So it's not the what, but the how. And so it's important for us to see that the center is of each one of us, and that it's up to us to maintain it alive. So this was just a point of awareness that I think it's important for each one of us to change, to allow us ourselves to change our dynamic. That is, to go from that thing where I am autonomous and I pay for what I have, to go to the fact that we are interconnected and I participate to something that goes beyond me, of which I'm also part. This is the difference of the dynamic. And I'm very grateful to each one of you that's stay in the center. And so this is not very simple, but it works. Now let's make one final dedication, and then I invite you, for who wants to come, to offer the kata quickly. In the sense, quickly, by that I mean that it's not the moment to stay there with long questions, because also after a little bit I have to close my luggage and go to the airport.
Ricordiamoci di
And let's remember ourselves to do the best in our lives, to try to be what we want to become, and be what we want the world to be. So if I want to live in a world of peace, I should try to be peace, or to have a life that is as coherent as possible with what I would like the world, the society to be. So that I can gradually become and help the whole to get there. Repeat after me.
Che lam tudro, lam la parce, miyon arshon. Possa la mente
May the mind become the Dharma. May the Dharma become the path. May the path be free from interferences.
potere della verità,
by the power of the truth, with the blessings of all the sacred beings,
con l'attenzione
with the attention of all the human beings. May the violent culture be transformed into a culture of peace.
Make panam ke gyurchi, ke pa nyampar me payang, kongne konto pelwar shon. Possa la preziosa
May the precious mind of bodhicitta that is not yet born be born and grow. May the one that is already born not degenerate and grow more and more.
panam ke gyurchi, ke pa nyampar me payang, kongne konto pelwar shon. Possa la
May the precious, peaceful mind that is not yet born arise and grow. May the one that is already born not degenerate and grow more and more.
Dele nime kuyan delekshi, ninsen takto delek pe, kuncho sumki chingi lob, kuncho sumki ngodrubut sol, kuncho sumki trashi shon. All'alba o al tramonto, di notte o durante il giorno, possano i tre gioielli concederci le loro benedizioni, possano aiutarci ad ottenere tutte le realizzazioni e cospargere il sentiero della nostra vita con molti segni di buon auspicio. At dawn or dusk, at night or midday, may the three jewels grant us their blessings. May they help us to achieve all realizations and spring all the path of our lives with various signs of auspiciousness. Mi me tserwe ter chen chen resi di me kempe wampo jampe liang du pong ma lu jom tse sang weda kan chen kepe so gen song kapa lo san trak pe shabla sol wande. Dile. Grazie.
Thank you, everyone. So, who wants to come?